Okay, guys. Wow. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a couple of days now since I was last live. I don't count Saturdays because I don't usually stream on Saturday anyway. But yeah, I am back. Sorry I had to space on like the collaboration stream with my fiance yesterday. I knew yesterday was Mother's Day in the UK. For anyone else in the UK who celebrates with their mother, I hope you all had a wonderful UK Mother's Day yesterday. I know I did. But yeah. So yeah, Mother's Day was very, very busy, so unfortunately that meant I couldn't stream. And it was Zelda Day, and to be honest, neither of us were in the mood for Zelda anyway, so had we have streamed, we might have just like, I don't know, started Sonic Colors or something like that. But yeah, today I am back. I also, Friday also didn't end up working out either for streaming because, it ended up being later than I thought when I got back from my meal with my dad. So, yeah, but I'm back today. And yeah, ready to jump back into our culinary adventure in Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time. Wait, huh? Oh wait, oh god. Oh no, I just realised that because the clocks have gone back an hour or forward an hour in the UK. So yeah, I just realised that even though a week ago it would have been 4 o'clock, it's actually 5 o'clock. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, wow, I didn't even realise I was late with the stream today. I thought I was on time, and then the time difference is playing with me a little bit. Stupid Discord bot, go away. Okay. Twitch, not even... Wait, huh? God, I'm so confused. My Twitch session is saying I've been live for an hour, even though I've literally just gone live. What? Why is my Twitch session saying I've been online for an hour? I haven't. I've been live for like... Okay, I am so confused. I don't know whether Twitch is like catching up with the UK time difference. But yeah. Yeah, I am very, very confused. But yeah, I'm just gonna play the game. But yeah, please forgive me that I was apparently 1 hour late, and also ignore the session timer. I don't know why it's saying that I've been live for an hour because I clearly haven't. I've been online for 4 minutes. So yeah, I'm starting to think that either Twitch or my computer is still catching up with the fact that in the UK we are now no longer in Greenwich Mean Time, we are now in British Summertime. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, last time we left off, I believe I was just finishing examining this kitchen. I don't think I examined everything. Or I might have done actually. Oh no. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? I do wonder, I mean, I'm hoping that it's just the session timer that's being glitchy, because I'm going to be really annoyed if, like, the VOD comes back and it's just, like, 1 hour of nothing before I actually go live. Because, yeah, that is so weird how my session timer is being glitchy AF today. Or not being glitchy, it's just saying the complete wrong runtime. So... we might have, we might have examined everything now. I know, so let me just, we've got the, I think the main clue for this room we've already got, which is a small bottle. And we also recovered Maya's Magatama, which was somehow found in the kitchen of Trebien. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's move. So let's go back to Trebien. So I'll just present everything to Maya just to make sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like she knows anything. Yeah, okay, so let's go to detention center. No one's there. Okay, no point examining. Okay, criminal affairs. Oh, there we go. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lad got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim Glenelg, no doubt about it. I expected as much. But yeah, relating to the time difference, guys, tomorrow I will definitely make sure to try and start at 4 o'clock. I am going to be a lot busier going forward because, I'm going to put way more effort into, like, looking for jobs and stuff because I don't really want to be unemployed for too much longer. So yeah, definitely gonna be a lot busier on that end. But yeah, tomorrow I will try and remember to start at 4 and not 5 because that is my usual start time. Although today has been a very busy day and I'm clearly somehow like distracted or there's a lot on my mind clearly, so but yeah, if anyone's wondering what shirt I'm wearing, it's kind of a cheesy one. Excuse me. It's kind of a cheesy one that my dad got me, but it's got an anime girl on it, and it's kind of like an anime appreciation shirt. The text on it says, "Just a girl who really loves anime." But yeah, my dad got it for me. At first it kind of seemed like a gift where it was like, I wanted something anime related, but dad didn't really know what to get me, so he just got me like a anime fan t-shirt. Although, to be fair, this t-shirt is really comfy. So, yeah. Anyway, the victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. But yeah, if anyone's wondering what anime I'm watching at the minute, so I'm still getting through Black Clover because Black Clover is a really long, like it's a really good anime, but it's really long. It's not like One Piece long where it's like 14 seasons, but it's like 4 or 5 seasons and like over 100 episodes in total. So yeah, it's still pretty lengthy. I'm also catching up on my full Demon Slayer rewatch, so I'm currently just starting the Swordsmith Village arc. I finished the Entertainment District arc, and yeah, the Swordsmith Village arc, which is the one with Mitsuri Kanroji and Muichiro Tokuto. Yeah, that's the one I'm on at the minute, and I'm looking forward to rewatching that one because I feel like, yeah, I think the Swordsmith Village arc, in my opinion, might be the weakest Demon Slayer arc because like not much really happens in that arc until the last few episodes of the anime. At least I don't really know about the manga, but yeah. So yeah, One Piece, which I'm still also trying to get through. Demon Slayer, Black Clover. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. I'm currently on season 2. I think I'm like either halfway through or nearing the end of season 2 of that. And then because I am admittedly getting burnt out on some of the anime I've been watching, I decided to start a new slice of life romance anime that I've had my eye on for a little bit, which is called Honey Lemon Soda. But yeah, it's kind of like your typical romance anime where there's like a male and female lead who are obviously gonna get together at some point, but the thing that makes Honey Lemon Soda so good is it's got this really unique premise where the male lead's kind of like a tsundere. He's kind of very hot and cold, and then the female lead is she has next to no social skills. So, and the male lead actually helps her out with that and basically makes her become a better person, and that's how the female lead falls in love with the male lead. But yeah, it's a really good anime, and it's animated by JC Staff, who are also best known for doing season 2 of the hit shonen anime One Punch Man. So yeah, but yeah, very, very good anime, and I'm looking forward to seeing how there's only one season, but I won't be surprised if they're making another one, especially given how popular Honey Lemon Soda is amongst the romance shoujo anime demographic. So yeah, but yeah. Sorry to ramble, I just figured that since I'm wearing an anime shirt, I figured I'd talk about what anime I'm watching at the minute. But yeah, so that's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Sports paper refiled into the court record. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Yeah, we're probably gonna show Gumshoe that rather conspicuous green bottle we found. So let's show Gumshoe that. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree? But yeah, this will be the last thing I'll say about how this stream's gonna run, but Yeah, as a result of my bonehead play and starting an hour later than I should have done due to the recently updated UK time zone, yeah, unfortunately I will have to. I don't even know whether I'll be able to go a full 3 hours today. I might have to end it a little bit early again, just because it's the final night of this, so hopefully after tonight it shouldn't affect the stream, like when the stream ends. But yeah, it's the final night of WWE's Road to WrestleMania Europe shows. So Monday Night Raw is in London tonight. So yeah, I'll be watching that. But yeah, it's the last show of it being in Europe, so from tomorrow onwards, yeah, I'll be back to watching wrestling the next day rather than staying up to watch it at God knows what time. So yeah. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Okay, so we gave the bottle to Gumshoe for him to examine it. I had a hunch there was something funny about the chef. You suspect John Armstrong? I got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Okay, so yeah, let's get the deets on Armstrong's secret. So, what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at 3 p.m., pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red? Holy moly. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises, and I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Okay, Jean's loan contract. Jean's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is tender lender. Okay, so yeah, that loan contract is definitely something we can question Jean about. So, yeah. I don't think we need to show Gumshoe anything else. But yeah, we don't need to do anything else. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move. Oh, hello, there's something back at Right and Co. Poor Maya, it looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taken a shine to her. I suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Trey BM once things have cooled off. Okay, so let's move to the criminal affairs, and then let's move to the detention center, and then move to Trey BN, and then move to Vitamin Square. There we go. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat, and I still have some unanswered questions for him. Okay. Scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess they must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. Whoa! Who the heck is this guy? And why does he look like a mix of like an angry Phoenix Wright and Hellboy? Hey, what you think you's doing with my bike? You's been messing with my new ride? Is that what you's been doing? Your new ride? Isn't that... Whoa, you's gonna pay for this. It wasn't me. I was... Hey, then who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? Whoa, you's gonna pay, you catch my drift? No, wait a sec, I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it. A wise guy, eh? I oughta beat you so hard he'll feel like yous were smooching the express train. Uh-oh. Yous better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then yous gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Wahahaha, ha 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 ha. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. What? Wait, is this the guy that... Oh, I wonder if this is the guy that appeared in court and got Maggie, put in prison. What? Out of my way, I got a cruise. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me. I know, right? What kind of phony isn't anything like the guy that they're trying to impersonate? Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Okay, scooter, ridden by my phony, the wheel guard is all smashed up. Pathetic. Oh, it's you. A few threats from a little brat like that. Oh no. Yeah, hay fever season has definitely kicked in over here now. Yeah, my nose has been feeling a bit stuffy the last couple of days. And that sneeze is not gonna help it. A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes. Have you been here the whole time then? I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do. More like you had some cowering to do. Okay, let's talk to the old man about Trebian regular. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Haha, take that. Cyclops. I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide, but what could it be? Okay, so... I'm just gonna see whether we can solve this guy's Cyclops yet. I'm not gonna look at how to solve them because I want to figure that out myself, but yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can solve them. I really hate that I keep I don't know why, but lately when I'm eating, I keep biting the side of my mouth, so the left side of my mouth is feeling a little bit raw. Like, it's not sore, but it's just like, yeah, it's very clearly been irritated. Okay, there we go, recipe for 10 about, so where is vitamin square? Okay. Yeah, I think we can do them now. So, yeah, because I actually jumped ahead a little bit. Because on this guide I'm looking at, the person that did the walkthrough for this guide, they actually didn't have all the evidence yet when they met the old man. Bye, viewer bot. But yeah, so we can present the Magatama. Trebian regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular in a restaurant that you dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants, to eat. To eat? Is that the whole truth? What do you mean? I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all. You insolent rat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell it not you or anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. Lunch special? The proof is in the pudding. Or in this case, the lunch menu. That's the twin tea set. The food at Trebian is terrible and expensive. You're wrong. It's cheap. Huh? I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons. What a load of crock. The taste's another story, but the price is nothing to me. So, you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn? Exactly. I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day. Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Job listings, yeah. This is yours, right? My magazine. Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job? So what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money. Oh. I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the cappuccino. Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there? $8. Those are better be some golden beans. Yeah, I mean, I think the most expensive coffee that you can get here in the UK is probably a Starbucks, which is like, I think the most expensive it can get up to like, I don't know, 6 or 7 quid, which is actually, I mean, I think dollars is slightly more expensive than pounds. So yeah, I'm guessing like $8 might be like, I don't know. Or is it pounds is slightly more expensive? No, dollars are more expensive than pounds. So actually, when I think about it, yeah, maybe $8 would be like roughly £6-7. So yeah. What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it? No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great. No, it's not, but anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day. Newspapers? Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there. I'm sorry, sir, but there are no free papers to read at Trebian. Okay. Do we have any proof of that? Is it the sports paper? Take a look at this. What is it? It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Trebian. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago. But what? Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Ah. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything. I'm going to have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go so much to Très Bien is... okay, so it's not the food. I'm gonna say it's Maggie. Well, what are you asking me about that girl for? She was a waitress at Très Bien. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee in a terrible restaurant is the waitress. But I don't recognize the face. And you are probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your... Enough, please. No more. Stop saying that word. Stop saying waitress. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Well, we did it. We broke his Cyclops. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even get one of those lousy cups of Javachino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up. Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me. No, really. Listen, sir. How old is Phoenix in this game anyway? Let me... Oh, interesting. This game doesn't show Phoenix's profile. Huh. No, really, listen, sir. Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his Cyclops and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Okay, so let's move back to Très Bien. Okay, let's try presenting profiles just to, Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Ooh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess? Oh, I'm so glad I figured it out. Of course, the only thing that was gonna put Victor Kuda in a good mood is one of the waitresses in a maid outfit. Sir? You again? Well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay, I think it's going pretty well. Huh? You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright? Play on the slide? We were so close, just a little more and he would have spilled. Pee-pee pigeon, How can we crack this guy? Excuse me please, sir. Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Mia? Oh, Mia in a maid outfit. This game knows how to do fan service. Let's just say that. I mean, I'm speaking from like a guy's perspective. Like, yeah, I can imagine like the guys being like, "Oh, baby, I mean, that's what my fiance says whenever he sees something he likes. He's like, oh yeah. Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo. Oh, he's so bashful. Even from beyond the grave. Wow. Okay, so now that he's in a better mood, let's try asking him all the questions again. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? It's like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see. And was the customer alone? Definitely, he was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and he said something like, "Ooh," and then collapsed, dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know, He certainly seems to be telling the truth now, but it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Okay, let's ask him about Très Bien. Do you like the food at Très Bien? Well, of course. I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh yeah, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. France is a country. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. Yeah, something tells me Victor Kudo is not the brightest bulb in the shed. Like, he's no the judge, where the judge in a trial might be like, huh, what does this mean? To like something really obvious. But yeah, he's still a little bit not all there in the old brain. Hahaha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. Huh. Okay, Très Bien regular. You visit Très Bien a lot, don't you? Of course, I mean yes. I like to come and see you there. Hehehe. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right, the man's an ex-con. Wait, what? He's an ex-con. Okay, now let's ask about Armstrong's record. Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes. I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things. Hi Emily, I hope you had a good birthday. I saw your birthday cake. It looked really nice. But yeah, I hope your 26th year on the planet has been getting off to a good start. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Okay, Victor's note added to the court record. Convicted before a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. Oh my god, Victor doesn't even know what gender the chef is. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy, he couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix, that's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. Okay, so we've got everything out of the old man. So now let's head back to Trebian. Yeah, I mean, I did say that 26 really doesn't feel any different. I think if I had to guess, the next time I'd probably feel different on my birthday, it might be when I turn 30. Just because, I mean, I very much consider 30 years old to be like the age where you start to really settle down and find, and like where you want to really find as much stability in your life. Yeah, I saw the picture of the birthday cake. Yeah. Um, I probably know the bakery shop where you got it from. Because I know there's a bakery shop. Not It's actually not that far from. It's probably not that far from where my mum and Phil used to live, because there's a street down Sea with like a couple of flats not far into it. But yeah, my mum and Phil used to live there, so. But yeah, I definitely want to do that myself one year. I was gonna maybe try and have like a specially made cake this year, but in the end, I just ended up getting a fancy cake from Marks and Spencer's for my birthday. So yeah, I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress. Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya, non, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psych lock or three, didn't he? I'm going to have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. But yeah, I mean, I figured out what the colours were for. I mean, I've seen all of Wicked's promotional material. It looks like, because I saw yeah, but yeah, I saw they're planning on continuing the whole pink and green split colour thing for Wicked for Good. The second movie, because I think a poster got released for Wicked for Good. At least I saw one circling around on social media. So yeah, um, I do wonder what birthday cake I'd have. I'd probably maybe have like an anime birthday cake, or maybe a wrestling birthday cake. Um, yeah, so yeah, my mum got me some Barbie pajamas one year back when the Barbie live action movie was still big. Um, yeah, they were very, very comfortable. Um, but yeah, I have quite a few where like film and TV show based pajamas. Like I have like Lion King, Barbie, uh, yeah. I hope you won't mind, but I like to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. Okay. So, it's time. So, I'm just gonna... Let me just check whether I can definitely break Jean's Cyclops. Let me... Yeah, I can. Okay, that's fine. Okay. No, I do not want OBS open. There we go. Okay, so let's present the Magatama, and we're gonna break Sean Armstrong's Cyclops. But yeah, I did see the picture of all your presents that you put on social media as well. So I know you got like Lady Gaga's album, Moana 2, one of Usher's albums, uh, uh, yeah, like you got quite a nice haul of presents. So yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of fun opening those. Well, what is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Allures, allures. I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? He's just telling us stuff we already know. Nah, I don't really do DVDs anymore. Ever since like the world started switching to streaming services, I just wait for films to come out on like Netflix or Amazon Prime. Yeah, I don't really do DVDs anymore. In fact, I'm actually in the process of getting rid of most of my DVDs because I barely use them anymore, and some of them are damaged anyway. But yeah, yeah, I still need to see Moana 2 at some point. I've not seen Moana 2, I've only seen the first Moana movie, and I know they're also making a live action version of the first Moana movie. I heard Moana 2 wasn't as good as the first movie though, so yeah, I'm a bit in two minds about seeing it at all really, just cause, yeah. The man who died here had a lottery ticket for $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after that incident, this ticket. I feel like I'm back in primary school, like practicing French pronunciation. Oh, it disappeared. The ticket disappeared. This was the motives that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Yeah, I mean, I do get that feeling a lot. Like, I do think, especially made cakes are probably the best kind of cakes to get, because when you make a cake like specially for you, I think you can pick everything about it, like what flavor you want the cake to be, what icing you want on it, what decorations you want on it. Yeah, so it definitely feels way more personal compared to getting like a pre-made cake that you might find in a bakery, like at a supermarket. But yeah, I definitely want to do that myself one year, like get a proper personal made cake for me. Yeah, because like some cakes I can't even have like in a supermarket, because some birthday cakes might have nuts in them, and it's like, yeah, not very nut allergy friendly. So yeah. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? May, Allure, you've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me, and I want to know the reason why. Non, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000. Yeah, Wicked Part 2. I would not be surprised if Wicked for Good is gonna be like even more of a roller coaster than Part 1 was. Because, yeah, I feel like The only... Yeah, I feel like more exciting and heart-pounding stuff is probably gonna happen in Wicked for Good. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. The $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. I think it was stolen by Sean. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow, that is one piercing scream even for a man like him. Mais pourquoi moi? Moi? Why? You have no evidence. I am not Master Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Victor's note. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Yeah, I definitely think Wicked Part 2 is going to answer a lot of the questions that Part 1 left us with. Like, yeah. I mean, one question I'm looking forward to answering is like, because Alphabet and Fiera have had like interesting interactions, so I'm gonna be interested to see like whether Fiera is gonna like leave Galinda and maybe like fall in love with Alphabet. Like I think the most interesting thing to me about Part 2 is we know from the way that Alphabet described, that Galinda described Alphabet, like back when she first got to Wiz and was like, me and Alphabet, we used to be friends. Or, yeah, and then, yeah, and then I think part 2, so part 1 was very much like Elfie and Galinda are best friends, and I think part 2 is probably gonna maybe like, I don't know, they might become enemies, or it might explain how they fall out, because yeah, there was that moment where I think it was after Galinda sings No One Wants the Wicked at the very start of Wicked Part 1, where she's like, Elfie used to be my friend, but she's not my friend anymore. So, yeah. Convicted before a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, le mensonge, you are the liar. You deny it. Do not make the false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I've ever stolen from one of my customers. Do we have that? It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. Well, what is that? This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. Wee. I have a weakness for the little trinkets and the figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is the truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not the small trinket, oui. It was $500,000. Mais non. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? and that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash. Okay, loan contract. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah, you have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debt. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Okay, Maggie's motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? See, man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. Okay, a winning ticket? I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Mais non, ma fille. It was not. That's enough. Huh? Ah! Mr. Godot! Oh my god, what is Godot doing here? Oh my god. What in the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am La Airhead, non. Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's notes thrown into the trash. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. Okay, looks like it might be time for the trial. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna double check when Monday Night Raw actually starts. Just okay, let me okay. There we go. Yeah, it's just so I know when Monday Night Raw definitely begins. I don't like miss it and also end the stream too early. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout saw her. Maggie. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Oh, of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Ah, what's wrong? Regarding the theory that the wizard might be Elphaba's dad, I just really don't see it. Like, unless Elphaba's from like a mixed race family. But, I mean, the wizard is Jeff Goldblum. And Jeff Goldblum doesn't really look a lot like Cynthia Erivo. So, yeah, I mean, if that is true and somehow the wizard does turn out to be Elfie's dad, I probably would have cast a better actor to be Elphaba's dad. Like someone maybe a little bit more believable. But yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea though, watching The Wizard of Oz before Wicked Part 2 comes out, because I've heard, I don't know whether Dorothy is gonna be in the movie. But yeah, The Wizard of Oz is The Wizard of Oz, it might definitely help to refresh the memory on what Dorothy's story is. And yeah, I remember doing Wizard of Oz in yeah, I think it was year 5. Yeah. Yeah, I just hate how I kind of butchered my audition, because I remember we had to audition for the roles and I tried singing The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, but I kind of fluffed the lyrics a little bit, like I think I forgot the words, so yeah. But I mean, Megan, who played Dorothy though, she did such a good job, and she also was a really good singer. But yeah, in the end I just ended up being the chauffeur that got everyone to the Wizard of Oz. So, I mean, I had a small role, but it was a role nonetheless. Yeah. I was also watching, so I've been watching a show on Netflix called Black Mirror, and there's actually an episode in it where there's like kids at a recital performing Bugsy Malone, and it made me remember how I think I can't remember what year we were in, but I know we were like the choir for the Bugsy Malone school play, and I think it was like year 6 at the time that were the actual cast members. But yeah, I remember singing. I still remember most of the words to Fat Sam's Grand Slam actually. But yeah, Bugsy Malone was a lot of fun, and I like that in preparation we got to watch the movie. So yeah, I think that's one part I definitely do miss about school, doing school plays and getting to flex my acting chops. I did do drama for a GCSE though, so I did get to star in a few plays myself in secondary. Yeah, like I played one of the 3 witches in a Macbeth play that was recorded. So yeah, I got to go all Shakespearean. Well, what's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. Okay. I hope you guys will forgive me, but I've not eaten at all today yet, so I'm very hungry, so I'm just gonna munch. I'm just gonna munch on some cheap brand Pringles. I still can't believe people thought that Hellboy looking, like, gorilla version of Phoenix Wright is the real version. But yeah, for anyone thinking that there is gonna be a big plot point or resolution with Kudo's secret identity, or like why he hates Phoenix Wright, yeah, definitely look forward to that in the later cases. The awkward thing is I could have eaten before the stream, because whilst I was out earlier, I could have like gone to a local bakery and got some food. but but I figured me and my fiance would be in when I got back, and then but then by the time my fiance got back, I was getting ready to stream. I do wonder why people that have clearly been on the stand before still need to say their name and occupation every time they get on the stand, because it's like they're obvious that it's gonna be Gumshoe and that he is a police officer. Gumshoe, you mix them up. Okay, so we have Glenn Eld's autopsy report. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Okay. Time of death is between 1:30 and 2:30 in the afternoon. And we also have some floor plans. I'm sure they'll come in handy. Okay, the first testimony, the incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone in his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Also, I don't know if you know, but Glenn Elg is a pun. So, Glenn is obviously normal, and then Elg, if you put the N in Glenn, and then Elg, that spells Glenn backwards. So yeah, it's basically like a forward backwards pun, which is quite clever. I mean, I bet there'll be some people that'll be like, duh, G-Dog, it was obvious. But, I mean, some people might not be that observant. I don't know. What does that mean? Maggie had some kind of a motive? Okay, the incident. So let's press. Okay. Oh. This is the problem with snacking on crisps is I find crisps to be like an incredibly addictive snack. So it's very easy to. I mean, there was only half a pack of these like left when I opened them on stream. So because they were already opened. But yeah, they're still very addictive. And like I love any. So these crisps are barbecue flavored. So yeah, I'm a big fan of like meat flavored crisps. I mean, now that I think about it, me eating on stream is very on brand because this is literally a case set in a restaurant. Should I press on that harder? Yeah, okay. Good thing I checked, otherwise I might not have picked the right option. I think going back to the school play topic though, I think out of the plays I can remember doing, I think the biggest role I had was the role of Mary in the Christmas Nativity play. Like I remember having like a baby Annabelle like baby doll like that acted as Jesus, and then I remember like using a towel with like a wrap over it to keep it in place as like Mary's hood. But yeah, doing the nativity as a play was very fun. Even like, I mean, I'm gonna put it out there, like I'm not really religious. Like I have sort of been a bit back and forth sometimes where I've been like, is there a God? I don't know. But yeah, now I'm just like, yeah, there's probably not a god, but I'm okay with that. Although I am definitely spiritual. Like, I do believe in an afterlife. I do believe we all go somewhere after we die. But I also very much believe in like circle of life and reincarnation. Not to get all like deep or anything, but yeah, I do believe that like when we die, it's because we're meant to be reborn as like another life. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's in those crisps that made me go all like religious and spiritual and deep there for a second. But oh well. I mean, you guys are finding out more about me in the process, so yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, Godot's not wrong. Like, the curtain doesn't seem to cover the table all the way, so if you're looking at it from an angle, it would be very, yeah, it would be very easy to see whether someone else was there with the victim or not. Okay, let's press. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? No. Okay. What the man? I keep clicking on all the wrong windows. It's like, ooh. Okay, press. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. Ugh. I mean, I've not been there where I've had something really potent in my drink, because obviously, but I did have like a really bad, like stomach problem when I was younger, so I used to have to drink, like, I don't know what it is, like I've always had like issues with my tummy throughout my life, but yeah, there was one time when I was younger where for some reason I had like a bump on my stomach, and I don't know whether it was like a weird stomach ulcer or something. But yeah, I ended up having to have this like awful powder mixed into all of my drinks for quite a while after I went to see the doctor about it. So yeah, but yeah, I would not recommend having any kind of powdery substance in your drink is my point, because it sucks. Well, unless the powdery substance is sugar, I feel like, yeah, I feel like the only powdery substance that belongs in a drink is sugar.
Objection.
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee tray? Ew. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Yeah. I mean, I've never had proper espresso. Like, if I have coffee, I always have to have like a latte or a mocha. But I think if I were to just have like an Americano or an espresso, I'd probably put quite a bit of milk in it. that would probably be like my straight coffee order. But yeah, let's press on that point a bit harder. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of the coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was from the detective. Huh? For me? Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece? What piece was it again? Even Gumshoe doesn't know. This. Oh, he just threw his coffee at right. Oh, come on. Shouldn't I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Oh, don't even remind me. I mean, I've not had bad burns, but I do know what it's like to like scald yourself with like scalding hot liquid, because there was one time at secondary school where I got like freaking piping hot custard on my hand, and yeah, it bent a little bit, and luckily I went, the first thing I did after I like got the hot custard on me was I went to the bathroom and I washed my hand. But yeah, I can probably imagine the pain that Phoenix is going through right now, because I went through something kind of similar. I mean, also, like, I had, like, really bad luck in science class at secondary, because back when I first started doing experiments with Bunsen burners and also with, like, hot water and stuff, and, like, I have a real problem with, like, handling anything hot. Like, I just can't do it, because either I burn myself or I get scared that I am gonna burn myself. So, yeah. Ooh, the victim's coffee cup. And it looks like there's a lip mark where he... Oh, coffee stain, there we go. But yeah, I don't even know where these random life stories are coming from. I'm clearly just in a very chatty mood. And I'm clearly just like wanting to talk about the first thing that pops into my head. Okay, coffee cup. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Is that a new statement? Oh no, okay. Okay, let's press just to see if we can get any more information. Not 0.2 grams, that's nothing. Yeah, that's like nothing. That's like this much. Yeah, literally, it's nothing. I mean, swap your ears for earwax. I mean, unless you're like someone with high wax buildup, that's not going to be a lot of wax. Pardon me, Jesus. Okay, let's press this one. Some kind of a motive. Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. He disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the right one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. But that's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Oh, Maggie did steal the winning ticket. For what? Order, order. Ha, she's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering. Okay, a winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. I really need a drink. Time for G-Dog to snack again. Okay. I will say there are some cheap brand things that are as good as the expensive brand, but I will say these cheap brand Pringles are really good. Wait, it's not gonna declare the verdict already, is he? I thought it was gonna say one final decisive cup of coffee. Oh no, it's the apron that Maggie was wearing. Is that blood? Oh, that better just be like ketchup or something. Oh, yeah. Godot is about to look like the stupidest man on the planet, and you'll see why in a minute. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else, I presume you mean. Of course I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. What? There was potassium cyanide in Maggie's pocket? Oh my god. This is not looking good for our client right now. Okay, apron worn by Maggie at the time of the incident has a small pocket but big stains. But yeah, notice that Godot never mentioned the big red obvious stain that looks very questionable. Yeah. Potassium cyanide, a deadly powdery poison. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? You might be thinking, wait, what? How can Godot not know about the bloodstain? But it makes sense when you realize what color, the vision on his mask is. Like the red lines, it seems like the red lines are what Godot can actually see. So like everything Godot sees is in red apparently. Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood color stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Oh, it is ketchup. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I mean, drinking ketchup sounds nice, but yeah, I bet 17 will leave your throat, like, hating you afterwards. Oh, I thought everyone knew what it was already. Well, try. It seems you really are a phony after all. Ah, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with the testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Okay, a new testimony, the investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any ID on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Okay, so let's press Scary Old Man Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them and seeds. Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Okay, press. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. Okay, I need to settle this right now, okay? So, Dick Gumshoe is searched too. Maggie Bird, the girl he apparently has a crush on, is 23. Okay, I mean, a 9-year difference, not to mention like Maggie's like only a few years past being a minor. It's like, ooh. Yeah, not sure how, you know, allowable of a romance that is. I will say it would have been even more disallowed if Maggie and Gumshoe were both still police officers, but thankfully Maggie's a waitress now. Okay, let's press. He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Okay. Yeah, we definitely don't have any ID for the victim. Okay. Press. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to the court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yeah? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eye thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the ticket. It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to JBN. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Okay, let's ask about... Yeah, let's ask about the bag. Okay. There we go. Ask about the bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, Actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty? Okay, so that either means that that Glenn was using the bag for something else, or maybe someone stole Glenn's medicine. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? Okay, press. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in her pocket? Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Oh god. Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. Okay, press. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah, interesting. It's true that those two items were accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? Really? Gumshoe, we're comparing a whole dollar to a jackpot of $500,000 here. Hello? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, Detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true, but Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Okay, so... I wonder if, okay, so I'm going to... I wonder if this is where I should present the, oh yeah, we don't have the bottle of poison. We don't have the green bottle because we gave it to Gumshoe. Well, the lottery ticket was missing from the crime scene, wasn't it? But then it was found during a body search of Maggie. Maybe I should present this because the medicine is missing. Yeah, there we go. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trey BN. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha, that's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name gotta do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic? Otolaryngol... Otolaryngological? That's a friggin' mouthful. Oh my god. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Gatto? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside of his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of the medication while he was at Tray BN. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Okay. Yeah. Let's push the issue, damn it. Only moments ago, Mr. Gatto made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tray BN. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ah! That's enough. Mr. Gatto, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Gatto? I've got my own witness I like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay! Good job, Nick! The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. Well, that first part of trial gameplay went pretty well. Oops. Almost caught my trigger on my settee there. Oh my god. Why are these crisps so good? Looks like any hopes Gumshoe has of a romance with Maggie are going down the drain because now she thinks he's betrayed them. Get ready everyone. He's probably gonna throw seeds at you all. I'm surprised he's not throwing seeds at Connor because Connor just called him Gramps. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Cat, you're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell ya. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, press. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg? I wanted to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question? There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Cat, I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitress? Okay, press. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I think it's the other way around. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw what the serving girl put in the Javachino as well. I bet I know what's coming up and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Okay. Leave it. Gonna be dangerous to press this too much. I better ignore it for now. So what happened next? Okay, press. You took just one sip. You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much of a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yeah, I know that feeling. And the waitress, I presume she is. Okay, press. You said I remember her well and my friend's still a waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry. You can see all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone can wear just such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. Cat, there are other things I recognize about her too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. Okay. Does Maggie have a ribbon in her hair? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna press. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? Ha! As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He is unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Okay, okay, so ask about the waitress's back. The identifying features you described are all things you will see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer, and if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Press again? You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This is turning to a matter of pride for old Seedy now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. You think old Seedy really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Okay, so... So yeah, what evidence can we present that possibly can prove that that might not be Maggie? Maybe the apron. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Car, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron. Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness, you can't just oops your way out of this. Ha. Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison in the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. He can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay, new testimony. He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yeah, I hate those you-know-what types who are always so vague about everything. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Okay, press. Spectacles. Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish, that's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. Wow, we better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about spectacles. Okay, press. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained this championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you judge me? Ow, ow! Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Okay, press. The wireless. The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for, Ow, ow! Okay, press, I mean. You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are ya? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow, ow! I better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. His free hand? Yeah. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand? Ow, ow! Ha! Perhaps the great Mr. tried his 3 hands. Yeesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat you like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. This old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss cheese. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Okay. Let's try this. No, okay. Okay, Doobie-doo. So, yeah, I'm just looking through the court record just to see if, maybe I should present Glenelg's profile. No, okay. Okay, so I've tried 2 times, so I think I'm just gonna look up what this one is. Okay, so, present the coffee cup on the 5th statement. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out why that is. I did it on the wrong statement. So yeah, present the coffee cup. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of the testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory. I tell you, nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ha! What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yeah, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. If it's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo, who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot. But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Okay, left hand or right hand? New testimony. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before I picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white. Okay. Cross-examination. Okay, press. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? It was none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glen Elg. He was getting on my nerves, rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time, and then he went and made all that fuss dying from one sip of Javachino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. Okay, press. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket, or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. And when the tour guide says on your right side you'll see the famous blah blah, you're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you? No, I didn't mean. Obviously he used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow, ow, ow. So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. Okay. Press. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try and play on me. It looks like you really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. It's a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. And even so, something's not quite right. Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there won't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? Okay. Wait, his left eardrum was ruptured. So... yeah, so I wonder. I'm going to present Glenelg's profile. Or if it's not his profile, then it might be his, I'll just check this actually. Yeah, I was right on the money. Okay, yay! I just wanted to check. So, present. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, he can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Well, what did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pitchin'. Pretty pitchin'. Well, I guess he's singing the pitchin' song. Order, order, order. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? Ah! A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with a cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elg drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Puh. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pub-soul fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kuno, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate the case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Hold it. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kuno? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kuno, but there's nothing I can do. I kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything, but I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha. You better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would ya? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Okay, the final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of it myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man? No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kuno. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's all you can think of. Very well, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Okay, press. The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat. I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. Oh, is that a wrestling reference? I love that. Yeah, there was a wrestler back in the 80s and 90s called Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, the late great Macho Man Randy Savage, he is unfortunately no longer with us, but yeah, he was one heck of a wrestler, and many people consider him one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And definitely one of the greatest like charismatic wrestling showmen of all time. He was also a movie star. Most people might remember or recognize him as Peter Parker's opponent in the cage match in one of the Spider-Man movies, one of the older ones with Tobey Maguire. Okay, press. Okay. No. I'm just speeding things up a little bit just to get to the Okay, so, I'm going to, I wonder if this is where I present the floor plans. So, yeah, let me, okay. No, I wouldn't have got that. Okay. Wait, what statement? So yeah, I got the right statement, I just got the wrong evidence. Where's the crime photo? There. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch. Ow, ow! Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes, go on. The broken vase. Haha, it was on my table. What? Ah, well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. This witness, man, I swear to God. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ah, wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from, he is most insistent and his testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. Prosecution doesn't need props like that. Godot's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Victor's testimony has been added to the court record. I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, time for investigation part 2. or part 3 I mean, part 3 investigation. But that will have to come next time because I do need to start wrapping up the stream and getting ready to watch my wrestling show. So yeah, apologies again about the late start. I must have totally like spaced out because like of the I'm clearly not used to the fact that the clocks have gone forward or back an hour. Forward, I think, so we've lost an hour. But yeah, so let's save. I know we just saved, but it is handy to save again. Okay, so exit the game. There we go. Okay, so let's go to OBS. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. So but yeah, hopefully when I come back on tomorrow, I will definitely be on at 4 o'clock and not 5 o'clock like I somehow was today. But yeah, so yeah, let's see who we're gonna raid, because I'm gonna raid and then I'll probably raid and run just to get ready for the wrestling. Okay, so who is online? Okay, doopy doopy doo. Doopy 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 doo, doopy 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 doo. I wonder if there's anyone playing a certain game. Okay, so Wuthering. So we're gonna raid a random streamer today. So yeah, so because there is a free to play game that I've gotten really back into lately. Because yeah, there is a very realistic, really beautiful free to play game out called Wuthering Waves that I highly recommend. So we're gonna raid someone who is playing Wuthering Waves. Yeah, so I think yeah, let's raid Nutella Cake. Yeah, we're gonna raid Nutella Cake stream. Oh, it looks like she's doing a collab stream. Yeah, so, and it looks like she's making it interesting by turning it by, yeah, this looks interesting. So yeah, let's raid Nutella Cake. It's kind of awkward that she's called that because I've never had Nutella before because I have a hazelnut allergy. Well, I have a nut allergy in general, but it's a really weird nut allergy because my body despises every nut apart from coconut and almond. So yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, so let's raid Nutella Cake and yeah, I'm just gonna open Twitch in another window and then get her stream up so I can see the raid going through. There we go, Nutella Cake. Okay, so yeah, so where, there we go. You might have heard the stream a little bit whilst I was checking it. But yeah, let's raid Nutella Cake, and I will see you all tomorrow where I'll be back playing some Yakuza 2 Kiwami But yeah, see you tomorrow, guys.